Right then, here we are, the Citadel. At the beginning here, I've got an Arachnotron on the left, so let's quickly take care of him. And turn and deal with the shotgunners. I'll pull out my own shotgun before moving in. Then go and fight this group of imps here. Okay, I guess all that's left to say is hello and welcome back to Doom 2 for MAP19, the Citadel. Now, if you were watching last time, you may remember that the Citadel is probably my least favourite level in all of Doom 2. Not that I can really compare it to the 11 levels that are going to follow, because I've only ever played those levels once. The Citadel is invariably where all my playthroughs end. I just can't stand to get through this bloomin' level. Hate it that much. Let's just ignore those guys for the rest, and hit the switch, get out of here. We're in a little kind of bailey here, cross the moat ahead of us. Hitting that switch has lowered a kind of block in front of this door, allowing us to move inside. Now I need to quickly take out the Cacodemon in this room before he opens the door behind him. Okay, with him dead, I can pick off the little souls, then move inside. Now, those imps I could see from the windows have a way of shooting into this room as well, so I want to quickly take care of them. That looks like more or less all of them. Can't hear anymore, so let's have a look around. We've got one door here. This leads to the central courtyard, but although we'll be in the courtyard many times, we're never actually going to go through this door from this direction. We've also got two side doors. We're going to go through the left one first, which leads into this room just here. It's got a switch at the center, two doors, and a group of imps up here, so let's deal with them first. Okay, and now approach the switch. What that's going to do is open both doors for a limited time. We need to move through here before they close. If they do, there is a switch to open them from the opposite side. Now, when I run to this door, you may hear, just before I activate it, a doorway opening behind us. That's back in the room with the switch. So what I need to do is run through this door, hit a switch on the right hand side to open this door again, then run through that gap. Back out again, take care of these imps, and now repeat that step again. You don't necessarily need to go all the way to that switch. You can just go far enough to trigger this to open. I'm just saying, if it does shut behind you, you can get out of there. Now we're in this little side room here, so let's progress up to the top of the stairs here. Watch out for a Spectre coming up behind you. And now we have our first secret. We also have a yellow skull key here and a switch. What this switch does is actually open both doors for quite a while. It's still on a timer, so we can move through the other door now. We're going to go into this left room, take care of this large room of imps. Come back around and go back through this door. Now we have one other thing to do. We're going to go through this left door now and hit the other skull switch here and step through the teleporter, which takes us to this room. Now what I need to do here is quickly run out of here, go to the right to pick up this berserk pack, and begin taking out the demons. Could use a shotgun here, but berserk works just fine. Now we've only one direction we can go here. The left one is a little too high for us to climb, so we need to go to the right. I'm going to drop down here, and what I'm going to do is drop out this gap in the wall here and quickly turn to my left to engage these imps here. Pick up all these health files. Probably don't need all of them, but we'll grab them all while we're here. Unlikely that we will be back. Now just here, ordinarily in the original game, there's only one way to get into this area ahead of us, this kind of red area, and that is to hop over this wall somewhere else on the map. However, in this modern port, it's actually possible, because everything is not infinitely tall. I can walk across these flame stands here and just simply drop into the area without any trouble at all. Anyway, we're going to backtrack. Both of these windows are cleared out. That was secret number 2 there, and that was the room that led up to secret number 1. So, ordinarily, if you came around here earlier, you'd have a bunch of imps firing at you. We don't need to deal with that, thankfully. And we can now go through the right door. There's a bunch of imps and some shotgunners up there. Normally the shotgunners don't take part in that fight, but one of the imps went through the door there. So let's hit this switch. We're just going to raise this staircase. And then I'm going to go through the right door. Now what this does is open this behind us. Now I'm going to stick a chain gun. Oh, we're max ammo. Let's use our chain gun for a bit. Actually, no, let's stick to the shotgun. Move in here. This is one of the areas where the imps were engaging us earlier on. Just going to go straight back out and straight through this wall on the other side. Now, to my right, there's a pit of acid and some rockets down there. It's very tempting to go and get those rockets, but if you do, you're stuck. There's no way out of that pit. So what I'm going to do instead is come to this ledge. Down below I can see a backpack, but if I try and sprint for it, I can't make it far enough. But it might actually be farther, close enough that you can side strafe over there, but it's not the intended way of getting there. First I'm going to deal with these demons here. Probably should use my chainsaw or something. There we go, they're all dead now. And there's no way up to there, so we need to come to this corner, go forwards, bring down the elevator here. I'm going to pull out my bazooka, because there's going to be a number of enemies. Here we are in the central courtyard. I'll try and target those cacodemons as quick as possible. More coming from the right here, along the side of the ones. Not a single from. Down they go. Now, just finish off the lost souls. Looks clear. So let's have a look around at this courtyard. Oh, there's one left here. First I can hit this switch to raise these two, or sorry, lower these two platforms. Allowing me to grab this ammo. We've got a blue key just here. I've got this raised platform where the Arachnotron was. We'll be up there later on. And we've got this central block. Here's the elevator we came up. Here's the door that we could have come through from the lobby. But let's go back around again, because there was a couple things we didn't do in the other rooms. So up the staircase here, and I'm going to continue around here and hit this switch, which doesn't do anything obvious. I'm going to continue to hit it here. Keep pressing it, and you're starting to see what's happening. The rockets are right the way up. There's no longer acid, so we can safely get them. However, if you press it too many times... Oh, okay, no, it doesn't go any higher than that, so that's the limit of it. Now there's a switch on the other side as well. I'm going to hit this a couple of times, see what happens. Raising up in the center of this map, there's now a platform here. Hit it once more. That allows us to jump across, and we can now hop down, pick up this backpack, and continue through this teleporter. Now this takes us out into, or I picked up a soul sphere there we were kind of standing on top of, into this tunnel here, which you may remember from earlier. However, this dead end isn't quite as dead as it looks. If I run forwards here, I'm teleported to the center of this platform here. So let's quickly take out these imps. And then this platform is going to raise up here. Before we jump across to it, I'm going to drop down and engage these demons again. Okay, with them all dead, hit this switch now, lower the central platform, ride it back up, leap across, and through the doorway. Now I can continue down here, pick up the red key, so we have 2 keys now. We're going to need all 3 to exit this map. We're back in the courtyard for the second time. We'll be back here once more again. Now we have a couple other things to do. We're going to continue through the right door here, where we've been previously. We're going to go through here now. Along here, that's where we picked up the berserk pack a second ago, and we dropped back out this hole. But there's one thing we didn't do here. There's a secret just here, with a little bit of armor, and another secret on the back wall. So we're now going to ride this up, and we're going to line ourselves up. Here's the jump I was talking about. We've got to jump over that wall. This is the only way of getting over there normally. Like I said, we can actually just climb across these blue flames here. And we're going to continue up this left staircase. Now this is a secret here. I'm going to go into the left passageway here first. Oh, if I don't fall off. And activate this switch on the wall to open up this compartment behind us. Nasty little trap with all these shotgunners at close range. Nothing major in here though. Tons of ammo. What that switch has also done is open up this compartment here. Lots more ammo here, and also an auto map. Now off in the distance there I can see a ton of spectres moving this way, but I'm going to leave them alone. We'll deal with them later on. Let's check how we're progressing. 130 kills, 8 of 9 secrets, only 1 left. Look at all those secrets, spectres there. Now this is the nastiest part of the map. When I run through this gap here, that wall starts coming down in front of us. The amount of times I have sprinted through this gap and straight underneath this crusher is ridiculous. I don't know who came up with this one. I mean, it's a trap, but there's no way you'd ever be able to avoid it. Your momentum would just carry you straight under it if you didn't know it was going to happen. So that is some absolute bullshit there. Anyway, sprint past it. We've got all these imps all around us. I'm going to leave them all alone. Instead, climb the staircase and engage this khaki here. And when I hit this switch, even more imps are going to be revealed. So we'll now use our bazooka to send them out. More in the corner there. I think these are the last of them. One guy left. And we'll double check everyone's dead. How are we progressing? I think we've only got 2 groups of enemies left. So let's move around here. We've got an invulnerability here. I'm going to save it for now. Instead, I'm going to come through this passageway where we have a total of 5 teleporters here. Now, these teleporters correspond to areas of the map. So if you imagine where this torch is ahead of us, that's the Bailey where we started. This switch here, this teleporter in front of us, if I go through it, in a small hole here, and I hit this switch, raise up, we are now in the central courtyard. So the central teleporter takes us to the central part of the map. So as you would expect, the bottom left teleporter takes you to the bottom left corner. That's the southeast corner, northeast, and northwest here. So we've been in that corner, that one, and this one. We have not yet been in the corner with the blue key. So that is where we need to go. Let's go around here, through here again, through this gap, raise this up. The spectres are still roaming about out there. This would probably impede your jump here if you weren't playing without the lowered heights. And again, watch this. Comes down and tries to kill you a second time. We're not going to let it. Grab the invulnerability here. And we're going to go through this top right teleporter here. And drop straight down. Begin engaging. Let's save our little here. Okay, those enemies are dealt with. Oh, hang on, we got one random straggler here. How did he avoid my line of sight all that time? I don't know. Down below us, there's the blue key. So let's go and grab it. And there was a switch in there, but that switch doesn't do anything as far as I can tell. So, all that's left is to come around one final time. I'm going to climb up here. This is pretty unnecessary, but I'm just going to show you one pathway you could take, but I probably wouldn't recommend it. Make this jump a final time, avoid the crusher one final time. And we're going back to the same area actually, but I do need to go that way just to get the blue key, unfortunately. Drop down again. Again, look, this switch does nothing. I don't know what it's supposed to do. We're going to go to the right this time. There's another way into the central, and we're going to drop down this hole straight into this area with all the spectres. Carefully not move too far forwards here and get attacked from both sides. Yeah, I would not recommend going down this hole. There's a mega armor there, but I'm going to try and keep it. I think I still have remnants of a mega sphere on, so mega armor's not going to help me anymore. But I don't think I ever explained that. I mentioned it briefly back in like E1 M2. The green armor takes a third of the damage dealt to you, whereas a mega armor and a mega sphere, they take 50% of the damage. So it's not just your percentage, it's how it's split as well. One final guy here on the right. That's them dealt with. Let's pick up that mega armor. And now we're going to go around here. How many? Yeah, 5 enemies left. I reckon they're around here somewhere. I think here they are. And that should be it. Yep, all enemies, all secrets, and that was the Citadel. Now, it's not very challenging, and going through it in the order I went through it, it's not that difficult. I wonder if I don't even think you need all 3 keys. Yeah, you only need some of them. But yeah, at some point early on in your exploration of this map, if you don't know where you're going, you're probably going to come around to the back here long before you've explored all the corners of the interior. And you're going to find those 3 walls here, or this area, and you probably expect all of them to go up at once. So you're going to convince yourself you're going to need all 3 keys, when in reality you only need 2. Especially the middle one, I guess. A middle and any of the side ones. And you'll spend forever trying to find all the different secrets to take you to those skull keys. I mean, where do I begin here? Let's end the map first of all. No point standing there and explaining. See how we do. I wonder how many items I'm gonna get. 84%. God knows where the rest was. Could have been anywhere. But yeah, like that dead end that teleports you somewhere to get up to that top key where the arachnotron was in the courtyard. How are you supposed to know that? You've already teleported to that location, and behind you is just nothing but a dead end. Why would you go into that room? Even if you went into that room from the other side, you'd see the soul sphere and then leave. You wouldn't run to the end, I guess. Not necessarily, anyway. Not by on purpose. Oh, it's finished. Only 1 level left now of Chapter 3 of Doom 2, and that is Gotcha, Map 20. So I will be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock for that. And from this point forwards, pretty much every level is going to be new to me. I mentioned this at the end of MAP19 as well. I played through the rest of Doom just once, many, many years ago. But the Citadel is usually, I'll play through the game, I get to the Citadel, and that's the point where I've had enough. I can't go any further. So yeah, I guess I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be new. Hope you will join me tomorrow for the next episode.